Rejoice, rally fans, as the future of rally has been decided, and hopefully it's going to be looking a lot healthier. Yes, welcome to the hot stage via the hot lap. Let's get into rally's big decision. A big article here on dirtfish.com, and let's get into it. Unraveling the WRC's big decision day. Yes, big decision for the future of rally. What's interesting is one of our commenters down below pretty much predicted that something was going to be happening to him. So a massive fist bump, a high five to him there. I mean, yeah, he pretty much said it. If you want to delve into one of our previous videos on the comments, I thought the future was quite interesting if it's still there. But no more hybrid is going to be one of them. Yeah, they're getting rid of those hybrids. They've only been in for 3 years, including this year, and it's gone. And people have suggested, is it going to be a Rally 2 Plus or a Rally 1 Minus? Well, sort of, but let's get into it, shall we? So unraveling the WRC's big decision day on dirtfish.com. So Wednesday delivered, and that was yesterday at the time of recording, it's like midnight. Wednesday delivered some of the most significant proposed changes in the recent history of the WRC. And here's the explainer. This is the main article I wanted to have a look at because it explains everything. And they've described it as evolution, not revolution, but resolution. Awesome start to the article. And the World Rally Champions turned rule makers, that's Robert Reed and David Richards of Subaru fame, have drawn the series roadmap towards a brighter future. Now, the headlines, as you would have seen from their earlier story, include no more hybrid in Rally 1, quicker Rally 2 cars, further revised technical regulations for 2026, and that's likely to be noted as the return for the World Rally car, and the implementation of what they've described as an electric category with performance equalisation, as soon as the FIA's technical department can figure that bit out. But hold your horses on that one. But what does it all mean? So, Rally 1 cars are going to be slower with the loss of the 130 horsepower hybrid power boost and a reduction in the current 36mm turbo air restrictor. So, less power, less acceleration. And currently, the Rally 1 internal combustion engine offers 380 horsepower, and that's expected to be cut to just 330. That's 50 horsepower gone for the next season. Shorn of the hybrid, however, the cars are going to be 100 kilos lighter. They're currently 1,2 kilograms. No, that'll be the lightest car ever. 1,260 kilograms. So you're going to see them being a lot more nimble around those corners. They're going to look, yes, they might not have the initial acceleration, but 100 kilos lighter, that's a person. And for some people. But yeah, that's going to be fairly significant. So I don't think they'll look that much slower, if at all. Now, will you and I notice them being much slower? Even Dirtfish have said, not really. Will they look more spectacular? Yes. With less aerodynamic downforce and the same limited transmission technology, they said, the cars are going to be moving around more, which we want that, don't we? We want that. And the drivers, though, they've suggested they're going to be disappointed at not launching what is that 510 horsepower off the line. But the changes, they said, make sense. Relieving Rally 1 of the temperamental electrified element reduces the infrastructure needed on event by both teams running the cars and the organisations preparing rallies for them. It's going to make them less complicated in a way, and it's going to make them cheaper, which is really important. People can afford. I mean, have a lot of people been saying, including here on the hot stage, that there's not enough manufacturers in the top spec of Rally. We need to get more manufacturers. At the moment, you've essentially just got 3 teams. You know, you've got the Toyota, Ford, and goodness me, the Hyundai. Yeah, we want more. And it says here the 2025 spec Rally 1 car is going to be more straightforward to run, cheaper. If you're, and this is quite significant, if you're a privateer looking to hire or buy a top level car for that World Championship, that's going to be amazing. You could potentially, there's a more realistic chance of you being a privateer, affording that and going into Rally and having that potential to actually be somewhat competitive. And it says, but wasn't it supposed to be Rally 1 minus or Rally 2? Yes. Both were given plenty of consideration for the Premier category, the article says. But what we've got now could be argued as the best of both worlds. Rally Run is slower, safer, and more spectacular, while Rally 2 offers that bit more power to bring it closer to that top tier. How often did we hear drivers pondering the apparently yawning gap between those two categories? Unless obviously you went at that stage in Sweden, which was crazy. But anyway, if you're a career rally driver looking to progress in the sport, they've suggested that today only brought good news. And the writer of the article said, personally, I like the Rally 2 WRC kit plan, and that's estimated to be around €5,000 or 5,500. That's US dollars. And this offers clear demarcation of the FIA's regional series. That regular Rally 2 car can remain at the forefront, for example, of the ERC, the European Rally Championship. And electric, they've said groovy. Let's see how that one shakes out more pertinently, how quickly it can be shaken out. Having recently dived into mountain biking's dark side with the arrival of the Trek Twirl, I'm all about the wattage. Yeah. In terms of the electric, is electric really the future? We can have one day, I imagine we're going to have a massive debate, electric, hydrogen, fuel cells, etc. What is going to be the future for cars? And I don't know. I'm not electric, but I think it's going to be not the way that we know it. But it says here, the return of the Wild Rally car, happy days. Must admit, I wasn't entirely against the Rally 1 moniker, but I think you're probably aware I'm enough of a traditionalist, the writer says, to appreciate the Wild Rally car. Absolutely fair play. And here it says basically the headline about no more hybrid, and it's going to be ditched, it says here, from that Premier category from the end of this season. They're not waiting for 2025. The move comes as a part of a raft of proposed technical rate changes emerging. So the FIA's working group delivered its roadmap, which we've just spoken about, and that included detail on promotion, sporting, and these technical objectives. New regulations are going to be drafted by the WRC Commission, delivered in June, in the June meeting of the World Motorsport Council. So we haven't got too long left. We're just about getting into April, May, in the next 3-4 months. It's going to be really interesting. They're going to overhaul the Rally 1 cars. It includes that reduction in power, which we've just spoken about, and comes along the side the delivery of what they've classing as Rally 2 Plus cars. Currently, level Rally 2 cars can be fitted with a WRC kit, comprising of what they described as a bigger restrictor, optional paddle shift, very fancy, and more air and a bigger exhaust. And these changes to be implemented in time for 2025, with that aim of narrowing the gap, as we've already discussed, between those top tiers. Now, in addition for those changes for 2025, the working group proposes significantly revised regulations for 2026 based on the Rally 1 concept. The new cars utilising a common safety cell. This allows for manufacturers or tuners to develop rally cars using their own bodywork from B-Class, C-Class, compact SUV, or even a concept car. Performance, though, is going to be equalised via centre of gravity and aerodynamics. And the power is going to be capped, as we mentioned, at 330. But the cars are going to be cost capped at €400,000, or that's 433,000 US dollars, with engine and transmission technology coming from Rally 2 cars to help in that direction. Like I said, privateers, okay, you and I probably can't afford it, but hey, we watch it. But some privateers might be able to afford to enter that championship now. And the final technical directive, it says, is centred on the implementation of an electric category as soon as possible. The FIA's technical department has been charged with establishing suitable rules which would retain the Rally 1 safety cell and achieve performance parity with sustainably fueled Rally 1 cars. That's going to be interesting, isn't it? I don't know. Imagine going to Sweden though. That's the problem though. Those batteries getting frozen as well in certain conditions, which is going to be a challenge. The working group has also put forward a WRC promotion team established within the FIA to work in close collaboration with all the series stakeholders in an effort to leverage further promotion opportunities. Yeah. So, pathway for the future of the FIA World Rally. This is from Rallyfish as well, which is once again goes on about it. Promotion in order to leverage promotional opportunities around each event and maximise the WRC's full potential, the FIA will establish a WRC promotion team, which I think is really good because not enough people know about this fantastically awesome sport. The WRC promotion team key's focus will be to develop a WRC charter that will define a set of commitments from all stakeholders to promote the WRC fantastic to a wider audience against an agreed set of objectives. And that's exactly what rally needs. Fantastic. And this coordinated approach will leverage the expertise of each party in order to promote the WRC outside its current fan base as one of the foremost motorsport championships in the world, as they should. Thumbs up. I think that's brilliant. I mean, yeah, so far, most of it has been absolutely fantastic. And it goes at sporting here, and it says event organisers are going to be given more freedom when developing the route of their rally. However, while the starting day of an event and the number of stage kilometres can vary, all rallies should finish on a Sunday with the power stage. Fair enough. I mean, I think that's brilliant. Yeah, and will that then allow these rally organisers to have a slightly different, have more options open for a very different rally each year and completely different routes. Yeah, we sort of do it maybe now-ish. I mean, they had that change for Monte Carlo, didn't they? They're starting at Gap, I think, this year, that they didn't do the year before. But I think that's brilliant. I think that's fantastic. So the global calendar may include a small number of shorter sprint style and longer endurance events in addition to the rallies that follow the existing format. Nevertheless, it says the overall time kilometres covered during the season will remain largely unchanged, with events to organise on a mix of asphalt, gravel and snow. Brilliant. As part of cost-cutting measures, the target number of personnel of a 3-car team will be capped in the future. Okay, fair enough. And the service park setup is going to follow a new model with manufacturers allocated locally sourced structures as a working place. That's interesting. As well as saving costs and reducing the amount of transportation required, the move provides what they're saying is flexibility should the service park location change during an event, and also reduces the total area required. Brilliant. And to allow organisers to adopt less rigid formats, reduce liaison section distances and spread the reach of events, remote service opportunities will be encouraged, with teams permitted, it says, to carry limited parts in a small support vehicle. Again, brilliant. And then we've kind of gone through the technical stuff there. Yeah, about the cost per car. And I'll finish with what Ben Salayem says. The WMSC members carefully considered the recommendations of the WRC working group and were united in their support of the series of objectives that have been established that we've just talked about. And to be at the point where the WRC Commission can now work on finalising those proposals that will go a long way towards cementing the WRC's future course. Now, once approved by the WMSC, it is a significant moment for the championship, its stakeholders and the rallying community in general. It's also important to note that the results of the WRC fan engagement survey will be carefully considered by the WRC Commission during the process of drafting those final proposals. And he said, I thank all those who took part as we continue the process of delivering a WRC that's relevant for the present and fit for the future. I think rallying has got, that's absolutely fantastic. They need to do this for Formula One because I think that's in desperate need, potentially of a shake-up. But massive thumbs up for rally. I think that's going to inject a lot of, hopefully, new fans. I'm kind of a new fan. I've only really been into rally for about 3 years. And so there's people watching this. I've got way more experience than me. But I've absolutely, I really, really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the stages, the full weekend. Yes, I find it quite difficult to keep on top of everything at the weekend because it's so long. And obviously, you got shopping, kids, family gets in the way. So, but the rally, I'm obviously subscribed to Rally TV, which I think is brilliant. And they have put it up though, haven't they, for £12.99, which was a bit kind of sucked. I think was it £12.99? I think in the UK, wasn't it, a month, which is more expensive, I think, than what would be the equivalent of we can't get it in England, but what would be the equivalent for the Formula One thing per month. But I digress. And they've also got the ERC as well, the European Rally Championship, on there as well, which starts in April. But yeah, I think that's absolutely fantastic. I think that's really, I can't tell you how happy I am with most of that. And so, I'm just rambling now, so ignore me. If you made it to the end, like and subscribe. That would be fantastic. And we will speak to you soon here on the Hot Stage via the Hot Lap. Thank you very much.